So here we have a 1995 Nissan Atlas with a Neo Caprice RV. In Japan they call these car campers. In Canada we'll call them RVs or recreational vehicles. Sometimes this will be called a van. It's small like a truck, and it's in fact built on a truck chassis. This is branded as a Nissan. It is also very identical to an Isuzu Elf. So a Nissan Atlas and Isuzu Elf. In fact, this actually has an Isuzu engine inside. I'm going to do a bit of a walk around and then we'll look inside the cabin. So I've opened up all the exterior cabinets. This is an access panel to the storage. It's actually underneath a seat that you can also access it there. I store miscellaneous things truck related. This is access to the diesel, and it is a diesel, so 4.3 liter diesel. And inside here are two propane tanks. They're a little bit smaller, and this has been converted to North American standard. This is the exhaust for the furnace, propane furnace, and this is the access to the cassette toilet, Thetford cassette toilet. This is water access, water fill. You can also plug in a hose here if you have pressurized water, and you can run it into there. This is another access to some storage. This storage is very unique in that it also has access to that area through the rear panel, and I've just stored a miscellaneous camping supplies in there. It's not a very big panel, but it does the trick. On the rear, we've got just regular things, a spare tire underneath there. And then this is very unique to this. This has a power plug. It is a switch, as in a Japanese switch. And right next to that, on this corner, I'm guessing this is probably storage for a generator, because there's power plugs there, and that switch is, or plug-in is right there. So if you wanted to run a generator, I'll probably put something else in there. This is the control for the refrigerator. So propane, and then electric controls there, and just the exhaust for the refrigerator. And this is the controls, electronic controls and access for the hot water tank, and has a full hot water tank. There's two other access points on the outside. So this is the batteries for the engine, and there's two batteries in there. And this is a really unique access. This is a hose attachment for propane if you wanted to run an exterior propane line. I don't have that attachment, so we probably won't be using that very often. The rest of the exterior is in great condition. Got great mirrors, great visibility when driving this. And let me show you. So as we go into the interior of the cab, you can see a great big steering wheel and all the different components that help this to operate. Right now it only is using this right here, which is heating and cooling. Air conditioning works. These units are disconnected because we have a Apple CarPlay or Android Play up here, and that works great. I've also just added in a Garmin because I get lost easy and I just want to be able to find out where I am. A couple unique features on the interior is it is an automatic, and you're probably wondering, how are you going to climb into the back with this giant shift knob here? Well, it actually drops down flush, and you can then get out through the side. It's kind of unique. And likewise, the emergency brake does the same thing with this little release right here. You can then lower the emergency brake and get out. Emergency brake is still applied with that red little dot there, and then you just pull it up releases, and then you can use your emergency brake once again. So let's start this up and you can hear what a 4.3 liter engine sounds like. So runs great. The engine is underneath us here, and if you want to, you can run with this little utilitarian armrest slash clipboard, and kind of a unique feature. Does have power windows, and other than that, it's a pretty simple layout. The most unique feature that some might find is this is an idle adjustment. So if you're idling a little bit low or in the winter time, you can actually increase the idle by just turning that knob. On the dash is a all-terrain mode, which gives you different power settings. Fog lights, dome light. It's got overdrive. And in the winter time, you're going to want to turn the glow plugs on before you start. Hazards. And this is a really unique button because what it does when you push it, it brings in the mirror on a little motor. Push it again, and the mirror goes out. That way, if you're parked in a tight spot, you can put the mirrors in and out. So now we're walking around to the RV part of this. So on the way in, if you want to turn the lights on, you can. I'm going to pull out this little step stool we bought from IKEA because it is a bit of a step up, and then there's another big step up here. And by the way, because this is a dually, there's another spare tire underneath here. So it does have 2 spare tires. And it does have a breaker switch over here. So I'll turn the house lights on, and with the switch over here, you can turn the lights on. They are LED, and you can see those up there. This does come with an inverter, so if you want to have plug-in power or use the small TV and or toaster oven, you can turn the inverter on there. And like I said, TV, yes, look at that amazing 10-inch display VCR combo, and it actually works. On the inside here, there's also controls for the furnace. It's a propane furnace, and underneath here is the access to the electricals and the power converter and all the control switches. A little bit of storage here, shoe storage there. It is a Japanese vehicle, so take your shoes off on the way in and store them in this little cabinet here. There's plugs on this side and the entrance, and also this is to turn the water heater on, propane of course. And then in the back we've got a number of different drawers. We've put our cutlery in there. Got a decent sized sink, and also with a little bit of counter space here, and then a 2-burner stove, propane. And on the overhead we've got a bit of lights, hood fan, and then if I wanted to check the batteries and the water tanks, I can hold that down. So battery, water, and it has a gray tank. If I want to turn the water pump on, I just turn that switch right there. Thankfully, these are all in English. And then this was an addition, probably the cutest little toaster oven you've ever seen. It can basically hold 1 slice of bread or 1 bagel. And that's been mounted up there. Above the sink, we've got lots of storage for dishes and miscellaneous things. Storage all over the place. So 3 more cabinets on this side. And up above, we've got a fan, and does have a built-in light. There's the fan. Sometimes the light switch is a little finicky. And there's the fan. Got a nice big wardrobe on this side, and it does have a light that's controlled by the door, which is kind of cool. So hang clothes up in there. And then we've got a bed up here. We've purchased this memory foam to go on top of the bed that we make down here. The bed down here is the same size as a double bed. So this is a double memory foam and it fits perfect. It could fit up in here in this above the cab bed. However, it's a bit claustrophobic up here, even though there's windows, and I'm no gymnast. Getting up there is a bit of a challenge. Nice big window on the bedside, kitchen table, and then in the back here, just got a bunch of different things. Got my lawn chairs hiding, but there's 2 bunk beds. Got some storage back here. Bunk beds are nice and big, and so got bedding and storage there. And then in here, got a wet room with the toilet and the shower and controls for the shower here. Nice little window, and of course we've got a vent out there. Added those pieces of wood from IKEA, and they're really nice to be able to stand in there. There's water on the floor, it'll go down below so you can go to the washroom in that way. Underneath the benches here, obviously we've got seat belts here. 3 seat belts in the front and 4 in this section, which means that we can seat 7. Technically you could probably sleep 6 in here. It would be a tight squeeze. This table actually folds down and goes flat so that we can convert this into the bed. Underneath, on each side of the bench, this little strap opens up and this slides out, and what you have here is a support for the cushion that's over there to fill this entire area with a bed, and that's the bed that is the same size as a double bed. And so lots of space, super comfortable, really fun to drive, and awesome to camp in. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial walkthrough, and it comes complete with an authentic piece of art right from Japan, made by C.R. Lassen. Not sure who that is, but hey, that was a bonus. Thanks for watching.